Grand Risings, my people, my Niji. What up, baby? Hope you have an amazing day on purpose so far. You know your boy definitely is. Got an awesome video for you guys today. Short, quick, but my man hits it right on the head. We are definitely not living to our fullest potential out here. These people got us pretty much running on a hamster wheel, just chasing a dollar to pay these bills instead of enjoying the quality of our life. So once you understand that, and you can, and I'm not saying don't go to work and don't pay bills. Don't make that your whole life. Don't make that your reason for existence. Understand, it's okay some days to just be like, I'm not doing this today. I'm taking a day off. I'm taking a day for me. You have to. And then, like, another thing we don't understand, like, we sacrifice so much time for somebody else's dreams who don't really care about you. When I say they don't care about you, meaning, like, if you happen to pass, they're going to fill your spot immediately. Immediately. It's next man up. For my football people, you already know that. It's the next man up. So they're not going to spend a lot of time remorsing over you. They're not going to make something in memorabilia of you. I mean, maybe if you put like 50 years in, they might send your family a plaque or something. But other than that, they filling that seat immediately. And that's it. It's literally, they got a job to do, they got things to be done, and they can't really let it slow down because of you. So put that same principle into you. Understand that, like, you got a job to get done, and it's called enjoying your life and living your life to the fullest, because every day you wake up, you're closer to dying. You ever thought about that? Every day that you wake up, you're one day closer to the end of your life. And, like, I just think we take it for granted a lot of times that we're going to just be here. We have a plan. Oh, by the time I'm 40, I want to be doing this. By the time I'm 50, I'm going to be doing this. And in my 60s, I'm going to be doing this. None of that's guaranteed, B. None of it. That's all wishful thinking. And it's obviously positive thinking. You want to have that positive, that foresight to kind of want to put yourself there. But we have no control over when the universe is going to take us back home. So, like, let's not live our lives in a place of just repetition, no exploration, no adventures. We're sitting here, like, this is a place of education and not the indoctrination education. Experiencing, gaining education, doing things, learning things, seeing things, traveling places. Just tapping into all this beautiful stuff that the Creator has put out here for us and get a perspective on it so we can learn about it and move on to a different realm. But I'm not going to go too far into that. That might be a little bit over somebody's head today, and I'm not willing to take you there halfway. If I'm going, I got to go all the way so you can fully understand what I mean by that. But with that being said, enjoy this video. My man's going to hit it right on the head, and it's going to make perfect sense. And make sure that you are not, I don't want to give it away, but, like, don't be what he's talking about. All right? Go enjoy yourself. I love y'all. Stay amazing. Understand you're unique. You're talented. Everybody has a talent within them. You just need to find out what it is and then attack it. All right? So do that. I love y'all, family.
It has billions of magnetite crystals. We download information directly from space-time, and we bring it into our reality tunnel so that we can operate within it. But that's a whole other point of view that they don't really want us to know. They want us to keep us very locked in and focused on, ape to human and 6,000 years and all this other kind of crazy stuff. But the true reality is we are much bigger and much more important than this evolutionary fairy tale that's been taught.
That's right, and that's really well said, Billy. I could not agree more. What I wanted to say in regards to that is, one of the examples I give that I talk about a lot is human beings right now perceive themselves as just this animal, right? Just this advanced animal. And it's like they're in this giant fenced-in pen. And they're all going to work, and they're all doing what they're told, and they live generally these very mundane lives. We just come home, we watch TV, maybe we go out for a hike every once in a while, we go out to do something, but largely our lives are very uneventful. And then before we die, that's why the regrets of most people is that they never really did anything. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, so that's this farm of conformity that we talk about, where people, the perception of reality that's been created here is not simply just based on some scientist that created it and, oh, that's what all the evidence says, so we're going to go along with that. It's actually a paradigm to control our consciousness and how we perceive reality here. Because we're about to read some cuneiform tablets that completely contradict what we're told, and you're going to see how this mindset can control human civilizations. So getting back, before we start that, I want to bring up a point, getting back to this farm of conformity. Those animals that are in that farm, doing what they're doing on a daily basis, going to some dead-end job and wasting all their energy and time, and then they die and they wonder what they spent all their time doing. If those animals, and I use that term animal as just an example, because we're not really animals at all, are we? But if those animals realize that they're not farm animals at all, and that they're actually this incredible being that doesn't belong caged at all. It belongs, doesn't belong having its wings clipped. It belongs out, expanding consciousness and reaching the infinite stars and all of these things, whereas the complete opposite is happening right now. And when you discover the truth, and when you read these ancient translations and tablets, and when you look at all this data, it's like finding a hole in that fence and running away and never coming back ever again. But the challenge that I put to every single person here, and I bring this up in my previous book, the challenge, and it goes along with Plato's cave, that the idea that everyone's trapped by these illusions, is that when you break out of that pen and you run away and the sun is basking on you and you're free, the challenge then becomes you have to come back. You have to come back and save the rest of the animals that are in that farm, or they're not going to make it out. And that collective of humanity is going to go down that road that other civilizations did. And we're going to be wiped out, and we're going to disappear and become a myth just like they did, because we're not learning the fundamental lessons we need to right now to make changes and reach the next level of our consciousness. So on that note, Billy, let's go into what actually says.
Yo, y'all catch what my man saying? Y'all dig that? Y'all feeling that or not? You got to be feeling that. That's real stuff right there. That's why I had to come back and give some love to my peoples there. Go check out Billy Carson at Forbidden Knowledge. That's his page on YouTube. I'm pretty sure he has I know he has an Instagram page too. It's also called Forbidden Knowledge. I'm not sure what his Facebook is, but my man Billy Carson, salute. If you want to understand where life comes from more than 6,000 years ago, because that's what they try to feed us. We started 6,000 years ago. I'm not going to get in that, but that's what they run to us. My man does a great job of digging into these books and actually going way past the books and then getting into the tablets. This is before they was even had that papyrus to even write on. And they were chiseling stuff into the walls and using I think it's called cuneiform, which they had to like some type of clay where they had to do stuff and then seal it and bake it. Like, as he always says, these people weren't just making this stuff up to go through this process to give you some bull crap. So when they put this stuff down on these tablets, best believe it was crucial information. So if you get a chance, go check out Billy Carson at Forbidden Knowledge. I'm not sure who the gentleman was that was on the live with him, but he's also a dope individual. I could just tell by the way his brain was working and the way he was speaking and the level of intelligence which he was speaking with, that he's on board with tapping into his higher level of consciousness. So had to give Billy Carson his flowers, let him know that you are amazing, brother. I appreciate the work you're doing, and it's definitely helped me elevate my consciousness to a higher level of thinking. So my peoples, I love y'all. Stay amazing. Tap into your higher level of consciousness and become your best version of you. Love y'all.